I've always believed that the human body has a silent way of asking for help. Some organs scream. The kidneys don't. They whisper. And maybe that's why so many people only realize something is wrong when the problem has already grown too big to ignore. When I began studying more deeply the impact of vitamins on kidney function, I realized there is a huge gap between what people think they know about health and what the body actually needs. Today I want to talk about a vitamin that, in my professional experience and according to serious studies, offers significant support to the kidneys, especially in a world where ultra-processed foods, chronic stress, and sedentary lifestyles have become routine. This vitamin is not a magic cure. It does not replace medical treatment. It does not solve everything by itself. But it plays fundamental roles in the renal system, helping to protect, strengthen, and even prevent issues that, when ignored, can evolve into something more serious. And before we go deeper into this topic, I want you to think for a few seconds about how you've been taking care of your kidneys. When was the last time you truly considered the impact of your diet, your hydration, your lifestyle on this pair of organs that work silently, day and night, filtering everything you eat, everything you breathe, everything you put into your body? Today, what I want is clarity. I want you to understand the role of this vitamin, not as a promise, but as part of a bigger process of knowledge and prevention. And I want this conversation to be direct, human, and true, because health is not just science, it's experience, it's real life. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Joni, and on this channel, I give health tips for people over 40. So subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share it with more people. Don't forget to turn on notifications after subscribing so you don't miss any new videos. Well, let's start. Why are the kidneys so vulnerable? I've always liked to think of the kidneys as intelligent filters. They don't just remove waste, they calculate, adjust, and balance. They balance water, minerals, hormones, blood pressure. But as incredible as they are, the kidneys are not prepared for the modern lifestyle. They silently suffer from excess sodium, too much sugar, low water intake, sedentary lifestyle, random supplement consumption, chronic stress, repeated inflammation, improper medication use. And there's something important. Kidney health is deeply connected to cardiovascular, bone, immune, and metabolic health. The kidneys are at the center of almost everything. Once you understand that, it becomes easy to see why a single vitamin can make such a difference. Not because it acts alone, but because it participates in processes the kidneys depend on to function properly. What is the vitamin that provides essential support? The vitamin we're talking about is vitamin D. And I know many people associate vitamin D only with bone health, but it is so much more than that. Vitamin D acts like a hormone. It regulates hundreds of genes. It influences the immune system, calcium metabolism, and inflammatory function. And, quite significantly, it intertwines with kidney function. The kidneys play a crucial role in activating vitamin D in the body, and, at the same time, vitamin D helps the kidneys control fundamental processes. It's a two-way street. When vitamin D is low, the kidneys work under pressure. When it's adequate, it helps to reduce inflammation, balance calcium and phosphorus, support immune function, contribute to cardiovascular health, regulate blood pressure. And blood pressure is one of the biggest factors that directly affect kidney health. There's something few people know. Vitamin D deficiency is extremely common, even in tropical countries, and this directly affects the risk of kidney disease, hypertension, and bone fragility. Three things that go together more than most people realize. I remember the first time I noticed the impact of this on patients and on the audience that follows my work. People with seemingly healthy lifestyles but extremely low vitamin D levels, reporting fatigue, fluid retention, unstable blood pressure, muscle pain. And often the issue was silently related to the metabolism involving the kidneys. How vitamin D helps the kidneys in practical terms. Vitamin D influences the kidneys on multiple biological levels. It's not a single action, it's a set of mechanisms. 1. Regulates the balance of calcium and phosphorus. The kidneys are responsible for adjusting these minerals in the blood. When vitamin D is low, the body tries to compensate, putting stress on the kidneys and parathyroid glands. When levels are adequate, the process occurs smoothly and safely. 2. Reduces systemic inflammation. Inflammation is one of the main enemies of the kidneys. Vitamin D modulates the body's inflammatory responses, helping to prevent cumulative damage. 3. Contributes to blood pressure control. High blood pressure is one of the biggest causes of chronic kidney damage. Vitamin D participates in regulating the renin-angiotensin system, which helps control blood pressure. 4. Supports the immune system. Kidney and urinary infections can become recurrent when immunity is low. Vitamin D supports a more balanced immune response. 5. Influences cardiovascular function. The heart and kidneys work as an inseparable pair. When one suffers, the other suffers too. All this makes vitamin D an important ally, not because it's miraculous, but because it's part of processes that support proper kidney function. Vitamin D in real life, human connections and perceptions. Maybe you've experienced this. That deep fatigue that doesn't improve after a good night's sleep. That feeling of swelling, a heavy body, a slow mind. Or maybe test results showing a slight alteration. Slightly elevated creatinine, unstable blood pressure. I always say the body gives signals. And understanding those signals is an act of self-care. Vitamin D, when adequate, helps the body work in better harmony. And when it's lacking, the whole body shifts rhythm. What impresses me is how many people discover extremely low vitamin D levels almost by chance during routine tests. And when corrected, they notice a profound change not only in energy, but in overall stability of the body. It's not a miracle. It's biology functioning as it should. Why do so many people have vitamin D deficiency? This is a question that comes up all the time. The answer involves several factors. Working indoors, constant sunscreen use, little time outdoors, air pollution, skin aging, hormonal changes, poor diet in natural sources, health conditions that reduce absorption. Sunlight is the main source of vitamin D, but modern life has practically taken us away from it. And this creates a domino effect. Less vitamin D, more metabolic stress, more impact on the kidneys. What you need to know before supplementing vitamin D can be an ally for the kidneys, but it's important to be very clear. Each body is unique. The body is not a standardized formula, and as a fat-soluble vitamin, it should not be supplemented without proper guidance. Vitamin D levels can vary significantly from person to person, and both deficiency and excess can cause problems. Ideally, you should get periodic tests and follow professional guidance. The goal here is not to encourage self-medication, but to raise awareness. Understanding how the body works is the first step toward responsible and safe decisions. Before continuing, I want to say that I will leave in the description of this video some links to supplements that may help your health. If you suffer from insomnia or poor digestion, you should check below. If you don't sleep well and your gut is not functioning properly, it affects many areas of your health. So check below after the video. If there's something I've learned over the years, it's that health is not what we do when something goes wrong. It's what we do every day before anything happens. Vitamin D is an important piece of this puzzle. It offers support, balances essential functions, and works alongside the kidneys to maintain harmony in the body. But it does not replace healthy habits, it does not replace professional guidance, and it does not solve problems on its own. Today, I wanted to bring clarity and depth to this relationship because I believe knowledge transforms. When you understand what's happening inside your body, when you respect this silent functioning, you make better decisions, and better decisions create a healthier future. The kidneys are silent, but our awareness doesn't have to be. Taking care of them begins with information and continues with action. And if today's conversation brought you any reflection, then it was already worth it. That's it. See you in the next video.